Hi, and welcome to my channel. I'm Razor Blades 2008 on Twitch. I also stream over here on YouTube occasionally, but most times I'm streaming in Twitch. I saw on Instagram a post about a stick manufacturer that wanted to have some drummers do some endorsing. So I put my name in the hat, and luckily I got picked. So many of you have seen my first video of my play with the collision sticks. These are those puppies right here. And I've only been playing right now for a week. Wanted to do a video just kind of the quiet without having to do much of anything. Just talk about the sticks. So far, at least on my week experience of playing the drums with them. I must say I've been playing with the 5Bs. Wanted to try those first because they are the same length as the Pro Marks that I'm currently using and all the other drumsticks that I'm currently using here in the States. They're 16 inches long, so what I wanted to compare at least is for that part not to put these sticks up against other sticks, but to just compare the feel of these sticks. And I find the 5Bs are a decent stick for me, but currently I think right now my sway is towards the 5As. And I'll tell you that or explain that to you here in a second. The 5Bs are a little thicker. They also have a shorter shoulder on them. So when you're striking up here, up on your cymbal or even on your hi-hat, to get that edge sound, you got to be pretty precise with these. The 5As are a little more gradual shoulder, so you can kind of get away with a lot more with that, just as talking about sticks. So the 5Bs, what I've been finding, they are a little heavier, not much heavier than the 5As. The 5As feel a lot lighter when you're playing with the 5Bs for a week. But for me, I think I'm kind of leaning towards the 5As myself, just because of what I feel in the stick. These are more, 5Bs are more of a solid stick. So if I was playing on an acoustic and I didn't want much flex from the stick, from things that I'm hitting, then the 5Bs would probably be what I would want. They do deaden the vibration in the stick. So after playing this past week and past weekend, when I played on the 5Bs for like 4 hours, I didn't really have much sting in my hands the day later, which is good. Some sticks when I was starting out with some cheaper sticks, those sticks would definitely have my hands stinging a little bit, depending on what surface I'm hitting here. On a electronic kit, you have a little bit harder surface sometimes, especially on the cymbals or even on the rims a little bit, just the way they're made to kind of endure the punishment that you're going to give it. The stick itself, I mean, it does feel pretty good. But like I said, the 5As, and the reason why I'm kind of leaning towards those, I will talk about the nylon tips about these sticks too, so I'm not going to put these too far away. You might see too, I have some stuff here on my drum kit that I also want to talk about as well in this little brief tutorial kind of thing for you. But what I'm finding in the 5As is they're only a ½ inch longer, if that, or a quarter inch longer. So they're 16 and a quarter. But that length doesn't really impede you from anything. And I find that you really don't have to play like on a standard US 16-inch stick. A lot of times the rim shots, at least for me, I'm actually grabbing the very butt of the stick to get the full stroke that I want to hit on the snare, to get that deep ping sound that I'm looking for off the rim and also hitting the drum head. But with a 15 or with a 5A, I don't have to choke up or go that far back on the stick to get that kind of sound. I can actually be right over the label itself, where they put their logo for the collision. And as long as my hand is there, I can make the right stroke to get it to where I get it to sound. So there I don't have that really full flex in my wrists also. So that's another thing that's a nice thing with a 5A for me. I don't have any wrist soreness afterwards. As you guys see, I do wear bracelets or my watch band and my bracelet when I play. Not all the time, but sometimes. And that doesn't get in the way of me playing like it might with another set of sticks that I do play with. Sometimes I notice if I am wearing my watch when I'm playing, my wrist or my upper arm will start to hurt a little because it's not being able to do what it needs to do or letting the stick do what it needs to do. So these sticks also, that's why I'm trying to give them a little bit longer than just a week. That I want to play for a couple months or so. So I'm going to try to make a couple of these videos as I progressively test the wear and tear of these sticks. Their quote on their website is these sticks are indestructible. Well, I know I've gone through quite a few sticks on my kit, and I'm willing to test that to see what happens. Right now, the wooden tips, the acorns that I have, they started out dull, but right now they're at a nice gloss. I don't know if you can see that in that photo there. What I may end up doing is taking my foot camera and bringing that up front for the next video so I can get real close for you to show some stuff that I'm observing with the sticks as I play. I'm not one that really has a drum kit that will tear the crap out of these sticks like you would on an acoustic. So I'd be curious to actually play these on an acoustic to see how much I would actually chip up on the sides from doing a lot of rim shots, which I tend to do sometimes, just to see, with my style of play, how these sticks would hold up. Overall, again, still kind of impressed with the tips, but it's early. I've had other sticks where I was like, oh, yeah, I think they'll last. And then within a month's time, the tips were beaten flat. So we'll see. One thing that I really wanted to stress about these sticks that I've noticed is the way they've done these nylon tips. I'm not sure what coating they're using, if this is a dipped coating that they put the stick in. That I don't know their manufacturing process on it. But it almost appears that way without looking at them under a microscope to see what exactly is going on, or if it's actually being applied to the stick. But what I can say is on these nylon tips, you can actually see from the rubber on my cymbals that they're starting to get that within whatever the coating is on this. So that's kind of interesting. Whereas my other tips I have, you can see that too. So it's kind of what I'm basing it there is not comparing the sticks themselves, but the coating that they're using is kind of similar to what we use here in the States. And of course, now I pulled that stick up and I can't get that back. Okay, there we go. But I don't know if I can actually really dictate or show this to you, but I'll try my best. And I don't know if that's focused at all. So those tips are getting a little wear and tear, which is good. Good to know. The other thing that you'll notice too when I play with a set of six for a long period of time is that the shaft of the stick is what I refer to it as. Some may call it the stick itself. I don't know. But it'll start to show that it starts to get seasoned. So if you can compare my ProMark stick I'll just show you the wood side. So the ProMark will be on your picture, it'll be on the right, and their collision stick is on your left. But you can see how dark that stick is. I've been playing with that stick for about 6 months now, I think. And I don't know if I have an example of one that I've played longer right here on, or at my kit here right now. But these sticks will get darker, and just in time. As I call it, I'm seasoning the stick for what I'm playing on. These sticks from Vader that are nylon tipped, I've only played with these for about a month, and that's what they look like. Tips are starting to get a little beat up, and that's just from hitting here. Sometimes if I hit or just miss and hit the screw head on the top of these cymbals, it'll, damage the stick. But so far it's only been the coating of the cymbals itself is what's showing up on the stick. Yeah, looking at my sticks I have back behind me, I don't have a set of sticks that I've been playing for a long time. Most of those I usually, when they get to a point where I feel it's time to retire them, I retire them and then I sign them and give them to somebody. So if that's the case and you would like a stick, just reach out to me. Here on my YouTube channel, there is an email address you can reach out to me. Just put in the subject title so I know what it's about. Otherwise, it'll probably go in my spam folder and I'll probably never read it. So, and likewise, if you're a band looking for a drummer or studio looking for a studio drummer, I'm more than available for that too. Right now, I'm cutting my teeth on a lot of stuff. So, but yes, I've played on a lot of different sticks. My Vaders that I put back here, these I've played only a few songs, and these were ones that were in my stick container, and you can see how much these got seasoned just by playing very few songs with. So those tips will get wore out. I'm not lying to you. So that's why I'm curious with these collision sticks to see if it holds up to what they say they will. Once we give it about a month or two, then I'll look into what the owner wants me to do is maybe start a signature series of sticks. So we'll see what happens with that. But that's where I'm at right now with these collision sticks. Can't say anything bad about them. I can certainly say from the very cheaper sticks that I have, which are back here, these are just a generic maple stick that I usually play with. I put my own grip on them, or I use a grip that I get from the Ubi Love sticks that I've had, and I actually just take these sleeves off of the ones I had and put them on the next one. But for these cheaper maple sticks that I usually like to try to play throughout stream and then sign them off because they're pretty beat up after I'm done playing for about 4 hours on those. They're definitely they're good to play, but you want a nice fresh stick to be able to make your rebounds actually happen on your stick. I find when I play with a stick after a while, the stick will start to feel dead. It won't have much bounce anymore. And I don't know if the other drummers out there experience that, but that's what I experience when I play. These other sticks I have that are the ProMark 5As that are forward, they're supposed to be weighted a little different. So I haven't really played with these, but curious to see how they feel when I play with those at some point. My stick of choice, though, I usually grab my 5ABs rebounds from ProMark. They make a 5A and a 5B. This is a AB, so this is a different style stick. I have it. What's interesting is I ordered the Fire Shard stick, which I finally got another pair, and they did send me the right ones. But I got a pair that they sent me that wasn't charred. So I'm like, okay, I guess that's a special stick that they don't really market. I just somehow got one or got a set. So I feel lucky. But anyhow, what I was going to do today, not on this video, but I was going to play on my drum pad that I got from Mike Terena, and see how these sticks react on a hard surface or hard surfaces and things like that. I just want to show you what this pad is. It's a very nice pad for $100, and it helps you control your stick, I feel, better than just a normal drum practice pad, because it's got multiple surfaces on this thing. It's got two sides to it, and I get no kickback from Foot Blaster. Foot Blaster is the company that makes this for Mike Terena. He's actually an Italian drummer, and that's his logo on the front. And also on this side is his logo as well. So on the three surfaces this thing has, there's three different things. There's the thickest pad, which is on that side, on this side facing up. This one's like hitting a really dead tire. Those of you that play on electronic kit, you can tell you know what I'm talking about when you tap on a cymbal on an electronic kit. It's almost not quite like beating on a dead tire or a tire that doesn't have any air, but it won't give you as much rebound as a piece of metal or a piece of steel like you would on a regular acoustic kit. So you got to work the cymbal a little harder with your wrist. That's what this represents, I think, because when I play or just practice on this pad, doing my paradiddles, it increases my hand strength and how much I have to thud the stick. And when I do it up here, I find it's like, oh, I don't have to hit it that hard, which is good. What's also nice about this pad is the other side, which has two surfaces on it. It has your normal drum pad thickness, so it's very thin, but it gives you that ability to do your paradiddles really fast. And what's really nice is this top part that has the logo is like hitting one of those plexiglass Simmons drum heads. So you have a nice real hard surface that you can work on, but it's not like glass and it's not like a hard plastic. It actually will absorb with your wood stick. You'll feel it. You can actually, it doesn't hurt your hands playing it. So just saying that this is a very nice drum pad, practice pad that I picked up. Like I said, it's only $100. That's not bad for what you get. He also has like a little place here on this top side and he has a phone holder. So if you want to use it with a Metrodome, you could actually use your phone to then do your stuff. So yeah, today I'm going to start doing a little bit of that with these, with the drum pad today, playing with some of my songs, and I'll do that video later on, giving you my impressions of these sticks playing on a drum practice pad. All right, until then, this is Razor. Take care. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you learned a little bit of something. So far, yeah, I'm kind of impressed with these sticks. I know I don't play with the Vicks, which some guys play with, but I think from the sticks that I do have or have played on, I have a little bit of experience, even though I've only been playing drums for a little over 3.5 years, to know what I'm talking about, at least, anyway. At least I hope so, anyway. And I hope it's been very informative for you. All right, so check them out. Collision, they're a UK manufacturer. They make hickory sticks, and so far, like I said, I'm pretty impressed. All right, until next time, take care.